Hi everyone, welcome to Abhi's F1 Corner. Well, finally, after months and months of procrastination, I finally decided to launch my own YouTube and Instagram channel. So if you love F1, you're in the right place. Now, since my childhood, I've been following the sport, and the reason why I love the sport is because of the sound of the engines. Oh my word, back in the early 2000s, the rivalry between McLaren and Ferrari, that's what got me into the sport. And the two drivers, the two drivers who have inspired an entire generation, Mika Häkkinen and Michael Schumacher, well, amazing. They were simply phenomenal. Mika Häkkinen driving the MP413 and the MP414, and Michael Schumacher driving the Ferrari F2001 and later on the F2004. Oh boy, the sound of those V10 engines. I mean, when I heard that sound for the first time, I just fell in love with the sport instantly. So well, that's the reason. I love this sport. I love following the sport. And talking about the drivers, well, I mean, Michael Schumacher, what he did for Ferrari back in the early 2000s, it was a great combination. It was a great combination of a driver and the entire team as they won five back-to-back championships right from 2001 up until 2004. So that was something really remarkable. And since early 2000s, a lot has changed in the sport. Well, it's got more to do with the safety concerns. The safety standards of the sport have improved. So, for example, at the start of 2010, the, the sport stopped in race refueling because of the high fuel costs attached and because of the safety concerns with respect to the pit crew members. And since 2010, well, in 2018, they stopped, um, well, all the cars, they had to put a mandatory halo on the cars. Well, the reason for that was because they wanted to protect the heads of the drivers from large impacts and large debris, because a fatal crash happened and sadly a driver passed away, so they had to make these changes to improve the safety standards. Now, one thing I've realized is that the more I watch the sport, the more I fall in love with it because it's so amazing. It's just think of it, like each and every team has hundreds and hundreds of personnel attached to them. Now, to the naked eye, like you just on the television screen, you just see, okay, there are two drivers per team and there's some pit crew mechanics. But no, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes because before the start of the season, you have the aerodynamics team, the team of the team of strategists, the mechanics, and lastly the drivers. They all work together to come up with a magnificent piece of machinery. And once they come up with a car, that's not the end of the story. That's just the beginning for that particular season. Because race after race, they have to improve the car depending on the circuit. So it's just fascinating to see how all these experts, whether it's their technical expertise, whether it's the drivers, or whether it's the aerodynamics team, how they all come together to make a car which can compete with the other teams is just simply phenomenal. Now, when I talk about the drivers, well, Schumacher, yes, he's my personal favorite. But also over the years, I mean, Sir Lewis Hamilton, I mean, I cannot mention, I just cannot make a video without mentioning Sir Lewis Hamilton because on track he has inspired millions and millions of people around the world. But also off track through Mission 44, what he's doing for the community, and he's including so many people. So hats off to Sir Lewis Hamilton for going above and beyond to help a lot of people, a lot of children. So I find him really inspiring, and I wish him all the best for the upcoming season. I know last year was not the best, but I hope Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari, they do well this season. Now, talking about Lewis Hamilton, well, I still get goosebumps when I go to YouTube and when I see some races where the two standout races personally for me that have inspired me. The first one being the 2008 British Grand Prix, where oh my God, it was raining heavily. It was raining heavily, and Lewis Hamilton, he was just class apart. He won the race by over a minute. Yes, over a minute. Now that's a lifetime in Formula One. If someone wins a race by over a minute, that's something phenomenal. So if you get a chance, just Google 2008 British Grand Prix Lewis Hamilton. That is simply spectacular. And the other race that comes to my mind is the 2021 Brazilian Grand Prix. Oh boy, the Mercedes car and Lewis Hamilton, what a combination. What a combination. I mean, I still remember that weekend very clearly. It was the 2021 Brazilian Grand Prix sprint. It was a sprint weekend. Now, Lewis Hamilton in qualifying, he came first. He was in pole position. Now, because of few things, he got disqualified from qualifying. So for the sprint race, he had to start last. So during the sprint race, Lewis Hamilton started the race last, and he finished the race P5. So this happened on Saturday. On Saturday, he finished P5 for the sprint race. Now, what happened was, for the race, which was supposed to happen on Sunday, again he got a penalty. Imagine, again he got a penalty. He was penalized, and he started the race from P10. Now, come race day, that man, Sir Lewis Hamilton, he started the race P10, and lap after lap, he overtook whoever was in front of him, and he won that race. He won the Brazilian Grand Prix. So when I hear about things that, oh, Lewis Hamilton is done, or Lewis Hamilton, he can't win another race, he can't win another championship, well, that's not fair. I feel that's not fair. But anyhow, I can go on and on about Lewis Hamilton. So, but yeah, hats off to Lewis Hamilton for what he's done for the sport, and I wish him all the best for the coming season. Now, if we are talking about Formula One, there's one driver that we just have to talk about, and that's none other than Ayrton Senna. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't born during his racing years, which was 1984, 1985, 1986. So, but I have seen documentaries, I have seen movies, and I've seen his interviews. And it's so fascinating. And I was just fascinated by his intensity, his love for the sport, and his racing. His racing acumen was something else, which really motivated me and inspired me. So when I look at Senna, Senna wasn't just racing cars. He was racing with his soul. So that was something magnificent. And I feel he still has that respect. And till we have the sport, Ayrton Senna's name will always be mentioned. Now, coming to this era of Formula One, which, I mean, Max Verstappen, Max Verstappen. I mean, you cannot talk about F1 at the moment and not mention Max Verstappen. I still remember very clearly Max Verstappen's first race win was in 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, and he was just 18 years. He was just 18 years of age, and he was racing in F1. So that was something spectacular. And what he did last year was phenomenal. he was way behind. He was way behind Oscar Piastri. He was way behind Lando Norris, and still he never gave up. He just moved forward. He pushed along with his team. There was so much noise. There was so much noise going around the team. I mean, I can have a separate video for that, but he never gave up, and I have tremendous amount of respect for Max because of that. He just went on and on and on, never gave up. He just focused on his racecraft, and race after race, the way in which he closed the gap to the McLarens, to Oscar Piastri, and to Lando Norris was amazing. Now, I know, like, at the moment, Max has won 4 uh, Formula One World Championships, but, well, last but certainly not the least, well, I do admit I am a Charles Leclerc fanboy. Yes, I mean, I have been following Charles since his Formula 2 years. Now, he faced a lot of criticism initially in his career, and a lot of people said that, oh, Charles, he's a great qualifier, but come race day, like, he cannot do well. But I feel if given a decent car, if, like, if Ferrari somehow they get all the pieces together, then Charles can give any driver on the grid a run for their money. So, and especially talking about Charles, I mean, there's one race that has stood out for me personally is the Monaco Grand Prix 2024. Well, it was very emotional for him, it was historic, and it was long overdue because a lot of people said that, oh, it's his home race, he cannot win his home race, and blah, 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 blah. So there was again a lot of noise regarding Charles. He was under tremendous pressure, but still, he just shut the critics with his performance at Monaco Grand Prix at his home race. So, yeah, and as I said, I've been following Charles since F2, uh, and yes, I was very lucky. I was very lucky to meet Charles during the Melbourne Grand Prix when he was making his debut for the Sauber, for the Sauber Alfa Romeo team, and he's one of the most humblest human beings that I've ever met. He's very humble. We spoke about F1. We spoke about like how he prepares for a particular Grand Prix. So again, I wish Charles all the best for the upcoming season. And Ferrari, if you're listening, please, please, I beg of you, please, can you please deliver a decent car for Charles and for Lewis, because I know both of them are amazing drivers. I know last season was not the best, but hey, look, I mean, Charles and Lewis, I think it's a dream. It's a dream team. Both of them are talented. Both of them are amazing. So please, please, Ferrari, please, I'm begging you, just give a decent car to Lewis and Charles, and I'm sure we'll do well. Now, if you stayed with me till now, well, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to connect with you all. Please tell me in the comments below, well, who are your top 3 all-time Formula One drivers? Which team do you currently support? Well, no guesses for guessing my favorite team. I mean, it's Ferrari, yep. And for all the Ferrari fans out there, I mean, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, but yeah, we still support Ferrari, don't we? Yeah. Anyhow, well, so yeah, please do let me know in the comments who are your favorite all-time drivers, your top 3 all-time favorite F1 drivers, and also let me know who are your current favorite F1 drivers. For me personally, I mean, last year, Isaac Hadjar, what an amazing performance with the Isaac Ashap Racing Bulls. Ollie Behrman and Haas was simply amazing. And also, Kimi Antonelli in Mercedes. Kimi Antonelli in Mercedes was simply outstanding. And last but not the least, I mean, George Russell. George Russell, I have to take his name. I have to take his name. He's sometimes, like he's just class apart. He's amazing in qualifying. A lot of people call him Mr. Saturday, but I think he's Mr. Sunday too. So Mercedes also, again, like last year they were showing some signs of improvement. Even there are rumors going on, like Mercedes, they've updated their engines. There've been a lot of new regulations are coming up. So who knows? If Mercedes have the fastest car, then Kimi and George, I think they'll be a force to reckon with. Well, to be honest, I can go on and on about Formula One, but again, once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would really mean a lot to me, and I would love to connect with you as well. And there's so much coming up. There's this beautiful thing about F1. You can never stop talking about F1 because there's some drama going on track and there's some drama going off track. So there's so much coming up. Like there are exciting times ahead. There are car launches coming. There are new driver lineups. And a big shout out to Cadillac F1 team. And I think it'll be great to see Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas in F1. So yeah, looking forward to that. And also we discussing about the new regulations. I mean, there's so many changes coming up. Also, we can talk about the race debriefs, and a lot more. There's so much. I just can't wait for the season to start. So thank you so much. Thank you once again for watching this video, and wishing you and your families an amazing year ahead, and wish you guys lots of happiness. Now, drive safe and peace. Have a great weekend.